In this video, I started out with $0, a lawnmower, and a truck, and now I have the challenge of building a profitable landscaping business from scratch. But there's a twist. I only have a year to do it. This is season 2, so will I make it big or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and drop on a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a business. Well, boys, it's another day, another dollar back out here trying to build a landscaping business from scratch. I just spent $100 on a night at this bed and breakfast. A lot nicer than staying in a tent, I'll say that for sure. But we got a lot of money in the account. For now at least, but there's rain on the way, so if we want to get any money made today, we better get on it. So all we have booked so far for this morning is 2 lawns, but they're big lawns, so they're gonna pay super well. And actually, I think they're right next to each other, which is even better. Now, if there's one thing I'd like to buy today, that is a trailer. We need one very badly because it's breaking my back to load this dang lawnmower up every time. So yeah, a trailer is definitely needed. I guess I missed my turn here. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Aha, this is the place. Yes, this is definitely a big lawn. I'll give it that. It should have enough fuel in the Craftsman for both the lawns. And the other lawn is actually just right across the road here. This little shop, there is some grass out front here. Bit of grass out back. Should be a pretty quick job, but it is a bigger lawn. I'm so happy I got myself a riding mower, or else I'd be out here on the push mower all day. Now, the other day, I ended up mowing a lawn for a person that runs a kind of real estate company there. And the guy mentioned that he may have a property that he's interested in selling for super cheap. Because, well, frankly, that's all that's in my budget, is something that's super cheap. So if I get a call from him, I may go look at it. Now, this property does have a house, but the house is not exactly livable. I mean, I guess you could probably live in it from what he said, but does not recommend it. It is, however, fixable, but I'm not sure if I want to dump that kind of money into a house. At any rate, we'll check it out hopefully at some point today and maybe buy ourselves a property. All right, well, the exterior of the property's finished here. I ended up getting all around the house too. Now I just got the bulk of the lawn left, but that shouldn't take too long. Well, actually, it might take a little while. People really got to keep their lawns mowed more often because when you let it get this thick, it is not good to mow with a little lawn tractor like this. It just bogs it down, but the old Craftsman's still trucking. All right, I think we are finished. Oh, nope, never mind. Really should have had that second cup of coffee this morning. Still feeling a bit tired. Now we're done. I'm actually not going to collect payment off these guys right now. I'm just going to run next door here and get this place done quick. They said they just went to the tree line mode here, so right about here should be good. Really hope this rain decides it's going to hold off because I would hate for it to start right now and we're going to get nothing done. There's clouds in the sky, but I think we might be good for a little bit yet. The mower's starting to sputter here, so I guess we're running a bit low on fuel. I've got some in the jerry can in the truck there, so I'm gonna go see if I can squeeze a bit more out of that and hopefully have enough to finish this. All right, back mowing. Hopefully that's enough. I'd just go and fill this thing up, but the gas station's across town, and I kind of want to get this finished. Well, I'm making some pretty good progress here. Just about got the backside finished up. Now, I asked these guys when I first came to town if they wanted their lawn cut, and they're like, no, we get it done by the other local lawnscaping company, and I guess they just didn't show up for their weekly mow, and so they finally called me and was like, hey, if you want to mow it, you can mow it, so it kind of turned out perfect. And I've been hearing things about this rival mowing company, some good, some bad. I don't know, they kind of pick and choose their customers, I guess. But I mean, hey, I'll pick up the customers if they don't want them. All right, back is finished, just a little bit on the front to clean up, and we are done. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's actually fairly similar in size to the other property we just did there. I'm gonna be charging them about the same amount. And there we go, that's it. Now the mower is definitely running on fumes. Had just enough to get it finished. Oh, and there we go, it quit. Back into the truck you go. Oh man, this is really hurting my back. All right, $250 a pop. So I got us a total of $500 for both jobs there. I will take it, but I got to get to the gas station and get the mower filled up, fill up the jerry can, and maybe get the truck a little bit of fuel here. But I am getting a trailer. I'm going to call the guy, the one I found on Marketplace there. He's got a trailer for sale, and I'm going to go see if I can pick it up. Well, between the gas and the snacks, I spent about $100. Got everything filled up so we can keep on mowing. But I just heard back from the guy, and we are going to go take a look at that trailer. It's a really good deal, so unless there's something majorly wrong with it, I'm probably going to buy buy it. Well, directions is telling me it's up here on the right, and that looks like the trailer. That thing actually looks pretty dang good. So it's got a brand new stained wood deck, brand new tires. Looks like everything was kind of refreshed on it. Lights look LED. Dang. He wants 3,000. In the listing, he said he's very, very firm on that price. I'm going to see if I can get it a little cheaper. I mean, but $3,000 is already a good deal. I guess he needs it gone. He's moving and can't take it with him. So let's see what we can do. $2,800 later, and I've secured myself my very own trailer. I'm sure happy, but I bet you my back's gonna be even happier. So now at some point, if I wanna, I can actually afford to go to a bigger mower, which would be really nice. But I'm actually just gonna unload this thing and load it right up on the trailer. All right, got it all hooked up here. Should be able to drive on nice and easy. Well, I may need to put the ramps a little closer here. Oh, can we just squeeze up on here? Oh, we can. We got like nothing on either side. Yeah, tad overkill for the Craftsman, but hey, at least if we get something bigger, we're not gonna have to instantly upgrade. Wait, isn't this the house that I got the Craftsman from? Wonder if they're looking out the window like, hey, isn't that our old Craftsman that we left for free? Oh, they still got the free sign up. What the heck? So I was gonna do a little door-to-door and try get another mowing job, but I just got a call from the guy that owns a bunch of property around in the area that I did that one job for, and he said to come on down to that property he was talking about and check it out. Now it is super, super cheap. Still a bit more money than we have, but I think I might be able to get a loan. I'm not too sure yet. Now that we're hauling a trailer though, we're gonna burn a bit more diesel. So this place is a good ways out of town. That's partly why it's so cheap, but another reason, it just doesn't have a proper house on it, and it's all overgrown, and the property needs a good bit of work, but apparently it comes with some stuff, so I'm excited to see what that is. Well, I think this is it. It's definitely overgrown, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I see what he means about the house. That is looking rough. Wonder if the guy's meeting me out here, or you guys can go past. Yeah, see that? There you go. Yeah, it's okay. Come on past. I don't know if the guy's meeting me out here or not, but I may as well walk around and check out this place. So, super small lot, surrounded by fields and highways. As I said, it's a good ways out of town here, but yeah, this lot actually doesn't look too bad. It is on the smaller side. I think the guy mentioned it's a little too small for him to build the size of house he'd want to build on it. That's kind of why he wants to get rid of it. Got an old shed, anything in there? Nada. Couple old pieces of junk, some logs. Oh, I think this is what he was talking about when he said the property came with a piece of equipment. What is this? I think it's a case by the color. Oh, 855D. This is cool. Tracked machine. Got one of those buckets that opens up. Okay, not too bad. Bunch of logs. It's really just overgrown. That's the main issue with the property. This is a trailer house. That's why it doesn't really add any value to the property. He said it's not livable. I'm just gonna try hop up on the roof here. Probably leaking through the roof. Yeah, the roof definitely needs some work. My guess is probably not gonna be able to live in this. If I bought this, I'd have to put something else on the property, but if I put a small house on the property, maybe a little decent sized shop, I could do a bit of earthwork, kind of smooth this all out. I think this would be enough for us. So he told me $15,000 for the whole property. Everything that I see comes with it. I think I'm gonna do it. Now, as you might notice, I don't have $15,000 right now, but I'm thinking if I put $5,000 down, I should be able to get the rest of the $10,000 there from the bank. I'm gonna loan $10,000, but I'll have myself a property. Well, I'm gonna call the guy. He was supposed to meet me out here, but I guess he's not, and see if we can get this deal done by end of today. All right, it is the next morning. I spent another $100 on a hotel last night, but the deal is being finalized today, and I'm buying myself a property. I decided I wanted to get here nice and early so I could actually get a head start on doing things. Now we're putting $5,000 down, and I owe $10,000 to the bank. I think I can handle that. I should be able to make $10,000, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, when I got coffee this morning, I was talking to an old fella about this property. I mentioned it had a mobile home on it that I didn't really want and wasn't particularly livable, but could probably be fixed up. And he said he might know of a guy that might want to buy it very cheap, of course, because, well, it's not worth a lot of money, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see on that. So it's been a couple hours, but the deal is done. $5,000 out of my account, and the deed is in my name. That means I can start ripping stuff out of here and cleaning this place up a little bit. Now, I was gonna mow this all first, but there's some trees that really need to go, and there's this piece of case equipment that I have to get started. Now, I'm not really sure what it would take to get this thing running, considering I don't know how long it's been sitting for, but I guess I gotta check the fuel tank first. Okay, yeah, so we still got fuel. Wonder if I hook a set of booster cables up, feed it some starter fluid. It might just start. It's a good thing I happen to have starter fluid. Oh, okay, well, you're just gonna cut it in front of me like that? All right. Anyways, as I was saying, it's a good thing I got starter fluid and jumper cables conveniently in the truck for just a scenario like this. Okay, booster cables hooked up. Got my still starting fluid. Am I still ether? Yeah, I'm sure we'll make it work. All right. Oh, it's green too, even better. Hey, let's see. It's cranking over, that's good. Yeah, nothing. Okay, give it a little more of that green stuff. Yeah, we'll make this thing start. Blowing black smoke. Oh, there she goes. He's running. I guess this thing's been sitting for about 5-ish years. Maybe a little longer because the bush is basically growing through it. But yeah, not too bad. Oh, bucket's going up kind of slow. It probably needs some hydraulic fluid. Can we move? Oh yeah, we're moving. Look at that. Good old case. Okay, I'm gonna back my truck out of here so I actually have some room to maneuver this thing. So here's something we gotta figure out. What the heck is step number 1 to getting this property where we want it? I mean, obviously I'd like to get this mobile home out of here, but the guy that might be interested in it hasn't called me back yet. We might have to wait a little while on that. Actually, you know what? I would really like to get these logs out of here. There's also a good amount of junk in here that I'm probably gonna have to get rid of. But dang, this case drives surprisingly well. Needs a bit of hydraulic fluid, but it should make it through the day as long as it doesn't leak any. Who am I kidding? It's an old case. It's gonna leak. Okay, well, I'm just gonna park this here for now, out of the bushes. Man, I was really hoping there was gonna be something in this shed, but I'd already checked earlier in the window and there's nothing. So shame for that. It's actually not a bad looking shed. All right, well, I'm gonna get some of this old metal cleaned up here. Haul it off to the scrapyard. Maybe you make a couple bucks off of it because it's all heavy stuff, so it should be worth something. I really should be working on, well, working, but instead, I now have a property to take care of. But as soon as it's done, we're back to working. Well, I'm gonna go get all this metal loaded up, try to see if I can find any other metal junk, and get it hauled away. So after getting all the metal to the scrapyard and making a whopping $100, I was back at the property and it was time to get some more clearing out done. Now, while there was a lot of standing and alive trees that I wanted to get rid of, my main priority was getting these big logs out. There was roughly about 10 or 12 of these massive logs that I was not going to be able to lift by hand unless I cut them up, so I fired up the case once again and tried my best to move them. But there was a tree in the way, so I had to take care of that. Once that was out of the way, I could begin moving the trees, but the bucket I had on the case wasn't really the best. It did work, but a set of forks would have worked a lot better. And with a lot of effort on my part, I had managed to load up 3 whole logs, which wasn't much, but they were fairly big and took up a good portion of the trailer. So with as much as we could carry on the trailer, I got headed down to the sawmill. And with my first load delivered, making me a whopping $2,341, was on my way back to get some more. However, this time I had managed to load on a lot more. But the last log was proving to be pretty dang tricky, as it was the biggest out of the bunch and was even lifting up the back of the case. But with enough persuasion, I had managed to get it on the trailer and somehow strapped down. Now, while this load definitely wasn't legal and didn't abide by DOT regulations, I decided to just send it. And with the payout of the second load coming to just under $7,000, it was well worth it. However, my truck was definitely questioning my decisions. And with the big logs finally cleaned out of the property, I decided it was time for some mowing. And now with a good portion of the yard all mowed up, this old abandoned place was starting to look pretty dang decent. But if there's one thing the Craftsman was definitely not built for, it's mowing abandoned yards. The big bushes proved to be trouble, but the Craftsman pushed through. But even though the yard was now mowed and looking a heck of a lot better than it ever has, there was still some things to take care of, like random trees. Now, while I definitely still wanted to have some trees on the property, a few of them had to go for some other projects, for space so I could build some other projects down the road. And after getting both trees chopped down and chopped up to be transported, the yard was looking even better, but I still had one massive piece of junk on the property. That was this trailer. But luckily for me, the guy who was interested in it ended up calling me and offered me $500 to take it off my hands, which is more than I could have asked for considering the state of it. So after getting the trailer completely overloaded yet again, I made it back to the sawmill and cashed in another $5,523. And with a decent amount of trees left, I was hoping to crack 20 grand. And with the last of the trees loaded, it was time for one more trip to the sawmill. All right, time to see if we crack $20,000 from all these logs. I'm guessing we're gonna get close, probably over. Let's see here. Oh man, almost $7,000, bringing us to $24,457. I will take it. And I really need to be in the logging business instead of the mowing business. So I think it's safe to say that we have pretty much paid for this property already in just the wood that we've sold alone, which I'm pretty happy with. Now, I could pay off the remaining balance on the property, but there might be something else I want to buy, so we'll see. I will say though, look at this place. It is a million times better. All right, so I might have spent $800 on a new camper of sorts. I seen it on Marketplace. I went and got it as soon as I seen it come up for sale, and I figured you know, this would be a nice place to live in. So this is probably what we're going to be living in from now on. I mean, just staying in that bed and breakfast for a week would have costed me $700 in itself. So we're saving money the way I see it. Now, the guy that was interested in the mobile home there is currently picking it up right now. So it should be gone by the time we get back, and we'll be getting about $500 from that. I think he's just leaving the cash there or something. So, I mean, I'll take it. Check it out. The mobile home is officially gone, which is perfect because now I know where to put this. So I'm obviously not leaving it in the back of the truck here because I actually have to use my truck for work. But what I am doing is just setting it up here. It doesn't look the best, but it should work for now. Might be a little bit wobbly, but who cares? It's got a table in it. It's got a bed. It's got a sink. I think it has air conditioning. I hope it does. But yeah, I think this should work perfectly. But the property, it actually looks like we've got a decent amount of room here. The only other thing I might do is cut down these 2 trees and then plant, I don't know, maybe 2 more, a couple more back closer to the fence because these kind of take up some valuable space. But I would like to put a house down here eventually. Now here's kind of what I'm thinking. Really basic, super small house, but it's got everything I need. It's small enough that we can kind of tuck it in the corner or something and then have even more room for a shop. Now, it's about $25,000. I seen another one that's very similar that I can buy for about $15,000, but I do need to move it or need to get it moved onto the property, which I could do. Another thing I'd like to do is take this kind of hill here and move some of the dirt back here. That way it kind of smooths out the whole area right back to the fence. Just brings up the whole deal. So the drainage trench, obviously we have to leave that. But if we can build all the way back here, that would be awesome. But in order to do that, we got to kind of bring this all level, or at least close to it. Oh, you know what? I gotta fix this. Now, I don't have any more mowing jobs planned for today because I've been kind of just busy working on this property. I know this case is gonna need some work. Probably gotta clean out the fuel filters, change the oil. Actually, I'll just get new fuel filters. Change out the oil and probably grease everything up. Check, make sure there's no leaks in the hydraulic lines and put some more hydraulic fluid in it because it definitely needs it. Now, let me know down in the comments. Should I keep this shed? I don't know if I should. I don't know if it's gonna be useful. I mean, can we even fit the lawnmower in here? I want to see. Oh, yeah, look at that. We can fit the lawnmower in. Perfect. Well, that's where it's staying till we need it, at least. But yeah, now I got a place to stay. It's a little high off the ground, but not much you can do about that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any suggestions for the property. But hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.